here we go, guys. Another day of turbo fool's gold stuff. I want to shout out Rob. Rob got me some 3-inch exhaust pipe. I brought my wastegate today, the intercooler. Chad was nice enough to offer me his crown, well, to race for his crown, and a box of intercooler piping. I've got another box of intercooler piping. We've got just about everything I think we need to go ahead and start building this thing. So as you guys can see here now, I'm going to head and start leveling these things out. I want to make sure they're kind of level because I've looked at different ways to do it, and you know, I'd like them to be both kind of at the same height. So what I'm going to do now is get these things kind of spun a little bit to where I think they're going to be, lock them down, get that figured out, and then I'll probably start moving all the accessory drive stuff just on into place so we can figure out wastegate placement and, you know, go from exhaust and do all that kind of stuff there too. So should be working today. We'll see how far we can get. Alright, so we got the accessories bolted on, and we're going to try to figure out just how this is all going to go together. It looks like this one's going to be very easy. Wastegate will just go right there, and then it'll probably do the same on the other side, just at a little bit different angle, because that one's angled differently. And then the exhaust is just going to be able to run from here out and down. So I guess it's time to start building exhaust. The cold side is going to be a real pain in the ass, and I can't do a ton of it until I get the intake in or figure out what intake I'm using anyway. So might as well just keep going with what I can do, which is building the exhaust, and then I'll mark these to be cut out. What's going to happen is this stuff is going to come apart and go back together about 16 times. So I'll mark everything, just keep marking everything the best I can, and we'll work with what we got as the parts come in. So I started working this exhaust pipe, and luckily all I did was tack it together, because down here I was hoping to go right outside the frame rail and straight down, but it looks like doing that the tire's going to hit. When we go full turn, the tire's going to hit. And I can go inside the frame rail on this side pretty easily. The problem is I'm not going to be able to do that on the other side. There's the steering gearbox, there's brake, master cylinder, there's just a lot of stuff that's in the way that's not going to allow me to go out and inside the frame rail on that side. I mean, can I? Maybe, you know, maybe somebody who's much better at this than I am, maybe could do it and probably do it cleanly and nicely, but I'm trying to do the cleanest, nicest job I personally can, so I'm going to have to come up with another plan. Now, that plan is kind of looking like fender exits, which I really didn't want to do. But if I just take this whole pipe, turn it this way, and shoot the fender exit out here, I think, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the way that's going to look. So I really need to sit here and play with some pipe to get figured out. But this is also, you know, first turbo exhaust, 3-inch twin turbo exhaust I've done on a Nova. So we're going to figure it out.
Here we are, first thing Friday morning, getting into it. By some miracle, I made it first to the shop. It's actually because I didn't get any sleep last night, maybe like an hour or two, and the kids woke me up and all that. So I've got the front end torn apart, and I can already tell that all of my well thought out plans about where this intercooler was going to go and everything else isn't going to work the way that I thought it was. Number one, that space is just tight in there. And number two, if I leave it like that, you see, if I leave it like that, I'm not going to be able to get that, 3-inch charge pipe to where it needs to go. So I've got a few things to figure out. I'm thinking about taking the intercooler and actually flipping it upside down and seeing if that helps us. That actually might help us out quite a bit for what I want to do, because the game plan from the start has been everything under the factory hood. Everything under the factory hood, everything in the factory package, make it work around what's here. Is that still going to happen? I'm not sure, because putting an intercooler there eliminates that bar for the hood latch. So we might be in a position where we might have to put hood pins on. I really don't want to put hood pins on it. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to make something happen here. But I think I've already decided too, what I'm going to end up doing with this is I'm probably going to order some stainless for this exhaust that I ran up here. And I'm going to make that side match this side. I'll make them both. I want to build a little bracket, a support bracket off the back of the head on each side to support that pipe back there. But I still got to wait on the intake to show up. There's still a few parts and pieces. And I may have done something really stupid last night and ordered a TIG welder. So I'm going to wait for that too. But we're going to build as much as we can while we can. Even still, there's other stuff. There's an anti-roll bar. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that's got to be done to the car. So if I got to take a break from turbo stuff, it's not the end of the world. Let me see if I can't flip this intercooler upside down and see if that's going to work at all or give us any sort of help. I'll start cutting some pipe, putting it together, figuring out if that's going to work, and go from there. Well, I did a few things. I got these little access panels here, which number one are gonna help air get to the turbos. Number two, I was planning on just routing this kind of straight from here to here, but the pipe kit that I have, the radius of the turns is too large. The only way that this is gonna happen is gonna be a metric crap ton of pie cutting and welding and all that stuff. So I don't know yet. I'm sitting here kind of staring at it because I would really like to do this. It makes it a nice short, you know, little thing here. But in order to make those pipes, I need to pie cut, weld. We don't have a welder that can weld aluminum yet. I've ordered it, it's on the way. I could start by pie cutting everything and taping it together, but even still, that's gonna take some time. We need some other tools and stuff, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen just yet. Sometimes when you're tired, things happen. This is one of those times. I didn't realize till the very end that there was a back bolt to these. So now, well, came off anyway. We're good in the hood. So these things are not that heavy. I mean, granted, they're probably 15 pounds a piece. Maybe somewhere around there, maybe a little more. But the front bumper, that thing is heavy. I gotta get something figured out about that like ASAP, because that thing is super heavy. Whew, buddy. So we managed to get a bunch accomplished, sort of. Got the intercooler hung. I know what pieces I need. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find them. Not locally, not yet anyway. I need a few 90s down here. I started working on the wastegate stuff, but I need to get more pipe, which Justin said they have in storage. So I gotta do that. I'm probably gonna make that side match this side. So there's a lot happening here all at once. Gotta get the intake. Gotta start working on the rest of the cold side plumbing, you know, from underneath up to the intake, but can't do that till the intake and throttle body. So we're making progress. It's just little different pieces at a time. Man, I'm tired today. No wonder this bumper weighs so damn much. I was looking for possibly maybe a fiberglass or something. We're gonna see how much we can cut out of this one. But look at this thing. Look at how thick it is. I mean, this thing weighs a metric shit ton because it is super thick. So I guess I'm gonna spend a bunch of time cutting all this shit out of here and cut as much away as possible so we can lighten up this front bumper, because I'm still waiting on different parts I need to do turbo stuff. So just keep working on the next project as it comes. Right now this looks like it's going to be the project. Well, we managed to get a lot accomplished. I am still cutting on this thing. I'm going to be cutting on it for a while because every bit I cut off is a little bit faster than I'm going to go. So that's going to end it for now. Maybe next time when we come back, I'll be all done with this. We'll worry about maybe possibly hanging it, taking a look at what it's going to look like. By then, we should also have some more parts and pieces, so the turbo kit should go a little bit further together. I still got to do some other stuff. I got to pull the injectors out, send them back to Brad. He's going to flow them for me, clean them, make sure they're good to go. So when we get them back in the car, obviously that's not going to be for a little while, but I would like to get ahead of that. And then also so he doesn't have to be in a mad rush to do it when he gets it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Snake Eater. They're going to take care of that. I got to get up with him, get my throttle body ordered, and get that on the way. We still got a lot of parts on the way and a lot of work to do, but like I said, you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time. So one bite at a time every day. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably save all this and we'll take a guess. So everybody in the comments down below, guess how much weight I'm gonna be able to cut out of this front bumper. I have no idea how much it weighs to begin with, but I'm gonna measure, I'm gonna keep all the pieces that I cut out and we're gonna weigh it at the end and figure out just how much I was able to cut out. That'll probably be in the next video. So let me know below what you guys think. How much weight can I cut out of this front bumper? I'm gonna tell you, it's probably gonna be quite a bit. I'll see you guys next time.